Hi, I'm author Bailey Thomas, and if you're a reader, writer, reviewer, content creator, or part of the book community, you're in the right place. And if you're none of these, you're still in the right place, because this YouTube channel is for everyone. I'm just trying to make the world a better place one book, story, or YouTube video at a time. So whether you're here to learn how to write a book, celebrate books, or just have fun, I'm glad you're here. Okay, we're back with another video of reading my negative reviews. Jeez, I need to stop publishing books. I don't have to have any of these videos anymore. I'm just kidding. Please do not have that mentality. If you are not becoming an author because you're afraid of negative reviews, please do not let that stop you. I actually have two guides on my website. One is a totally free checklist and one is a paid guide. Both are the same 7 steps of how I self-publish. You can grab one of those, both of those. Again, same 7 steps, just the paid guide goes into more detail. Get one, get both, and follow those and publish your book because we're not going to let those negative reviews stop you. And in this video, we're going to read mine. Then we're going to talk about how to handle them, and then we're going to end with some positive reviews because we have to end on a positive note. And if you're way past that, you already have published a book and you maybe have gotten some negative reviews and that's why you're watching this video. Maybe you need some tips. Maybe you just need to feel better about yourself. That is fine too. I also have a marketing guide on my website, 100 sales in 100 days, the exact strategy I use to conquer that goal. So you can grab that because you're going to keep marketing your book. You're going to publish a book and keep marketing it because we're not going to let these bad comments stop you. So grab a guide, grab a snack, grab a comfy place to watch this video because we are diving into my negative reviews on Heartbreak Beach. All right, if you have not read my novella, Heartbreak Beach, it is a series about reality TV. I don't know if you've watched previous videos, but I have mentioned before that my dream job used to be wanting to be a producer of a reality TV series. So instead of actually doing that, I just wrote it. So this is a novella series. This is the first book, Heartbreak Beach. They're under 100 pages. You can grab that. So hopefully, if you haven't read it, these reviews don't scare you. But we are ending on a positive. So take the negative reviews with a grain of salt like I do and focus on the positive ones and then grab at least the first book in the series, try it out. It's just a series that I wrote because it's fun. It's just living out my reality TV producer dream. So we're going to dive into the negative reviews of this one, and I know you're already thinking, why would there be negative? It's a reality TV series. Duh, that's so awesome. Nothing bad to say about that. I thought the same thing. It's not true. All of my books get negative reviews, and we're going to dive into them right now. So grab your tissues because these are going to hurt. All right, starting strong. I absolutely hate rating books low. Generally, if it's below a 3, then I didn't finish the book. But I did finish this one, and it absolutely pissed me off. You cannot label a book as a romance and not have a happy ending. To be clear, since the author was not, this does not have a happy ever after. Okay, totally. Again, I don't reply to comments. I respect everyone's opinion. Readers out there, you have the right to say whatever you want about a book. So I'm not on here to argue people's opinions. I try to take constructive criticism from it. I did not think I had to have a necessarily happy ending, happy ever after to be considered a romance. Maybe this is something I need to learn on my journey. But again, that was the first book in the series. So maybe if this person read all of them, they'd feel differently. But I doubt this person's going to read any more in the book after this comment. But again, respect it. Thanks for at least finishing it. I know you said you usually don't finish them if it's below 3, but thanks for at least finishing it. All right, next one. Just know going into it, some of the situations aren't realistic, which once you get to the end, I feel it makes a bit more sense. I struggled with it not being as realistic as I like, but that's a me thing. While the ending did somewhat shock me, I also felt I saw it coming as well. Yeah, again, I'm early in my author journey. One thing I love about this series is my imagination has no boundaries. I love just surprises and plot twists and unrealistic things because I don't know, I feel like that's reality TV too, and I just put it in this series. Usually my other books are more refined, more realistic because they're more based on experiences that happened to me. This series is completely imagination. Nothing about it is based on my life at all. It's more just my fun series. So I totally get how you can feel that it's unrealistic, but it's just for fun. It's just a fun series. All right, and my last Oh, we got two more. Yay. Okay. Second to last, a negative review. I found myself rolling my eyes a bit at the unrealistic situations that the female man character and main man character got themselves into. Also, didn't think it was possible to hate a male character as much as I hate Jared. I feel like my reputation, my MO, my go-to is writing main male characters that aren't the best. So again, we're just taking these comments. I'm reading them to you. We're dealing with them. We're showing that everyone gets negative reviews. All right, last one. That's why I almost missed it because it's just a sentence. Pretty much guess how this book was going to go. Not shocked at all. Dang it, because this was my attempt at trying to be shocking in a book and then maybe it didn't work. Maybe it did. But we could take those negative reviews. We ouch, they hurt, and then we brush them off and we move forward. And now we're going to talk about how to handle them, which hopefully, if you're looking at me and you're like, oh my gosh, you handled those so well, thank you. And if you're thinking you took those really bad, I'm still learning how to handle the bad comments. But the first tip about getting bad reviews on your book is don't read them. I say this every time I do my negative review videos. The best way to not get hurt by them is don't read them. But specifically in this video, we're going to say don't read them on a bad day. If I was in a really bad mood right now, which I'm in a great mood today, so I'm okay doing this video. But if I was in a really bad mood, I would not do this video because it would probably make my mood even worse if I was already starting off on a bad note. So don't read them, but more specifically for this video, we're going to say don't read them on a bad day. But please don't read them at all if you can't. Okay. Next, when I get a negative review, I think a strong reaction means that you made them feel something. So what I like to think is I'm writing to evoke emotion. Maybe that emotion is not a positive one, but my books are meant to make you feel something. I know there's this thing about there's no bad press. Maybe you believe that, maybe you not, maybe you don't. But there's also something in the book community I've kind of learned about. Maybe a 3-star is worse than a 1-star because a 3-star means like nothing. Wasn't great, wasn't bad. They just read it and that was it. Where a 1-star, man, they felt something. Maybe they did not like it at all, but they felt something so strong that they gave you a 1-star review. Whatever way you lean, whether you rather get a 3-star or a 1-star is up to you. But I don't even know what I'd rather have. I feel like for ratings, because I know, so your average rating, a 3-star would look better. But if someone's over here 1-star, I hated this character, oh my gosh. That was kind of why I write, to evoke emotion. So maybe we just shift our mindset here. Like, hey, you made them feel something today. You made someone feel something today with your words, which isn't that what writing's about? All right, next tip. Don't let these negative comments rewrite your voice, which I did struggle with before. I used to read all the bad reviews and then try to improve my writing based on them, which good practice to have. But I was changing my voice based on the reviews. I actually read a review and then was writing a book and changed a chapter. Well, almost thought about it, outlined a different way to write the chapter because I was trying to cater to this one review out of all the hundreds reviews that I get, this one review. And then I ended up not changing it. And I think it was for the best. I don't want to change my writing, change my voice because of one comment. Now, if it's constructive feedback, like, hey, you are rushing your plots way too much. Okay, I can take that and slow down. But if someone's trying to change my tone, then I just try to discern which comments are just people's feelings versus ones I should actually incorporate into my next book. So don't rewrite your voice. You can have these reviews help you with your writing, but don't let it change who you are as an author. And then the last point I'll give you with dealing with these comments that may hurt sometimes is let it fuel you. When I read these comments and they say your book sucks and it was horrible and I hated this character, I'm like, okay, I'm going to write better next time. I'm going to write this awesome character in this next book. I'm going to use this as fuel to be the next best-selling author. Now, usually comments like this make you feel bad about yourself and hurt. So instead, I just try to rework all that energy into something positive. So maybe one of these tips, advice, points works for you. Maybe it doesn't, but these are just some helpful tips that I use when dealing with negative comments because they do happen. Not every book is for everyone. Read your favorite books, negative comments, and you will see that every book has bad comments about it. So it's just a part of the writer journey. Again, Do not let it scare you. Every book is gonna get bad comments. You just have to know that it is. And again, try to avoid it if you can. But if you can't, let it motivate you to write better next time. And the last tip I will give, I know I already said the last one, but because we're going to do it right now, I always end with reading positives after negatives because you can get in the habit of only reading the bad comments and forgetting that there's people that actually really loved your book. And sometimes, most of the time, there might be more people who liked your book than didn't like it, but you're too focused on the bad comments. So let's get in the habit of, if we are going to check out these bad comments, we check out the good ones too. And I'm going to exemplify that right now because we're going to dive into some positive reviews of Heartbreak Beach. All right. This book was a wild ride from the start. I couldn't stop reading this book and finished it so fast. This was truly one of those books where you are asking what happens next. It was a roller coaster and I enjoyed wondering what was coming next. I did want to throw hands at the end because if you know, you know, but I enjoyed this fast-paced novella. See? Same book, two different perspectives. Some people are like, oh my gosh, so unrealistic. Ending was predictable, lame. And other people are thinking, oh my gosh, thrilling, exciting, finished it so fast. So this is why I try not to change my writer voice based on negative comments because sometimes my exact same voice gets positive ones. So really like that comment. That was fun. Let's keep going. I absolutely love this novella. The story had me hooked from the beginning and I didn't expect the twist at the end. Bailey did such a good job with this one. Oh, I love this because we read some bad comments about how the ending was horrible and now we're reading some good comments about how the ending was great. Again, these people read the same book and just have the two different perspectives on it. So you're not going to write a book that everyone likes and that is okay. But make sure you read your positive comments too. People like your book and don't just change your voice because of a few comments. All right, let's finish with one more. Yes, keeps you interested the entire book. I did not see the plot twist coming. We'll be reading more from this author. This was the first one of her work I read. Looking forward to adding any of her books to my TBR. Woo! I'm glad that person read my novella and then wanted to read more. That's kind of what the point of why I wrote these short ones is. If you just want an intro to my writing, you don't want to buy a full book, you just want to check out just a little bit of it, you can try this one. Very short, very fast. As you can tell from the comments, some are like, oh my gosh, so unrealistic, bye. And some of them like, oh my gosh, plot twist, exciting, read it so fast. So hopefully maybe those comments made you want to check out this book. If you haven't already, check out the full series. It's awesome. But thank you guys so much for being supportive along this journey. I know negative reviews can be really hard. And every time I film one of these videos, it is hard I have to go read these bad comments, which I try to avoid. But I'm hoping it's beneficial for you guys, so I'm going to keep doing it. And again, we always end with a positive so that we can end positive energy. So thank you to all who have left constructive criticism or positive reviews on my book. It truly does mean a lot. And if you haven't checked me out yet, I hope you do. I have my books on my website. I'll link it in the description. I sign them. There's bookmark, it's stickers. So fun. Every order truly means the world to me. And if you are an author, check out the P.O. box in my description. Send me your book. I want to give back to the book community. They have done so much for me. And again, don't let the negative comments stop you from writing. Keep going. And you readers out there, this channel is for you. Remember, I respect your opinions. Whatever you think about books, great. Keep making the book community what it is. But send me your favorite book in the P.O. box. Check it out. If you like it, it must be awesome. So thank you guys for joining me on another video. Happy reading, and I'll see you next time.